How's it going, everybody? It's Charlie, and welcome back to another video on the Chatting Leeds YouTube channel. Hope everyone has continued to have an amazing weekend after Friday night's amazing victory over Leicester City at Ellen Road. Just before we get into tonight's video in more detail, make sure you are smashing a like on it. It really does help get the video out there to more people. Please subscribe to the channel if you are brand new as well. We're on the road to 3K. If you could do me a solid and hit that subscribe button, that would be very much appreciated as well. Hit the notification bell and, of course, get all of your thoughts and opinions into the comment section down below. So, as a result of obviously the win on Friday night, it poses a very serious question. Are Leeds United title contenders? Now, I know there's been a bit of back and forth, a bit of banter between us and Leicester City supporters. However, there is a conversation to be had now. We're 6 points behind them, as are Ipswich. But obviously, we've got the far superior goal difference. The form that we are on at the minute, 9 league wins in a row, I can't see it stopping for a good while. You know, as next 3 fixtures, Huddersfield away, Stoke at home, and then Sheffield Wednesday away. That has to be 9 points out of 9 for me. There's no excuses. Those 3 teams are absolutely garbage. They may be picking up points a little bit at the minute, but they aren't even in. Well, they are in our league, but they shouldn't be because they are shocking. Which again could come back to bite me on the backside, but I don't really care. That's my opinion. Southampton yesterday, they lost to Millwall at home. They're well and truly bottling it, and you can see from the reaction of the likes of Russell Martin, the reaction from Taylor Howard-Bellis as well, that they are starting to get a bit rattled by this situation. There was Russell Martin refusing to shake the hands of the Millwall players at full time yesterday, which I think is bang out of order. Look, I know we're joking here, but you have to pay respect to the opposition, win, lose, or draw. I think it was their goalkeeper came up to Russell Martin to try and shake his hand. And he point blank refused. So, yeah, I thought that was very petty and very bitter of him to do that. But, Ipswich, how annoying are they? Obviously they won yesterday against Birmingham, 3-1. They were drawing for a lot of the game as well, and they scored 2 late goals to win the game. Look, I said a bit ago that I wasn't worried about Ipswich, and I still maintain that stance. However, it's amazing what can happen in this division. We all thought it was Southampton that we had to focus on, and now it's Ipswich. Then in a few weeks, it could be Southampton again. But I just feel like Leeds are the form team in the division at the minute. We're proving that no matter how well we play, we can get through games and pick up points. For me, the Plymouth game in the league last week was not vintage, but we managed to get the job done. Friday night was definitely not vintage. I thought we were second best for the majority of that game, apart from maybe the last 15 to 20 minutes. But we still got through and we still got the 3 points. There's going to be teams in this division, in this running, that are going to try and just sit back and frustrate us and try and catch us on the counter. But I do feel like we've got the players, we've got the manager that can help get us through this situation. And I've seen that there's been an ongoing debate, are Leeds United in contention for the title now? I did say in my preview in the build-up to the Leicester game that regardless of what happened in the game, I believe Leicester will still win the league. After seeing them play on Friday and seeing them in the flesh, I still think they will win the league. They are 6 points clear. They've got quite a good gap now to work with. Yeah, they've lost their last 2 games, but the way they played the other night, the players that they've got, the position that they're in, I expect them to just keep on going. And I do expect them to go up as champions. Look, that doesn't mean that I don't think Leeds will go up. I do. And I do think now that we will go up automatically. Again, you can clip that up for if it doesn't happen. But as I'm sat here now, the form we are in, the football we are playing, the teams that we're beating, I believe we will go up in second behind Leicester. And again, I'm not bothered about winning the title. I'm really not. You might think that's a bit weird, but I'm just being honest. I'm not bothered about winning the championship title. If we did it, amazing, but it'd be a bonus. The main goal at the minute is to get promoted back to the Premier League. And if that means having to go up in second, then so be it. Not asked whatsoever. If it's playoffs, then fair enough. But I really don't want that scenario. Especially if Southampton end up in the playoffs, as an example, and Ipswich go up in second. I don't want to face Southampton in the playoffs because I wouldn't be confident. However, if Southampton went up in second and we had Ipswich, I'd maybe be a little bit more confident because we've battered Ipswich in both games this season. So again, it's all contextual with regards to the playoffs and how I think we would get on. But like I said, at this moment in time, I do think we will go up. I'm sorry to say, I don't believe it will be as champions. But again, maybe Leicester could go on a bit of a wobble now. Maybe they will decline a little bit. Back-to-back defeats against Middlesbrough and Leeds, like they did earlier on in the season when we both beat them as well. It'll certainly be an interesting running, and it makes it a little bit more interesting. But Leicester fans and the players, the manager, they'll be in absolute disbelief how if they'd have beaten us at the King Power earlier on in the season when we beat them there, if they'd have won that night, they'd have gone 17 points clear. So they were 14 points clear, basically. And now they're only 6. The Championship table just before Christmas looks a hell of a lot different to what it does now. Southampton are now 5 points behind us and Ipswich in terms of points. So that gives us a bit of breathing space over them. I think Ipswich are away at Plymouth next weekend. And we're away, obviously, at Huddersfield in the early kickoff. So if we can win that game, it puts a little bit of a psychological, edge into the Ipswich Plymouth game, which I will watch. But yeah, all I can say is this division is arguably the best division in the world. It's the hardest league to get out of in the world. But at the minute, the Championship is our playground. It is. The Championship is our playground. At this moment in time. Again, things can change. If we drop points against Huddersfield, I could be coming on here next week with a totally different mindset and a totally different outlook on the rest of the season. And I get it. Football fans are fickle. Leeds could lose a game. And like I say, I'll be speaking completely different. But I expect nothing less than 9 points out of the next 3. Minimum 7. Minimum, and I mean bare minimum, 7 points out of the next 3. We could be in a scenario where Leeds have won 12 games on the spin. And like I say, I'm not being negative when I say I don't think we'll win the league. I just think even the most diehard Leeds fan you could know would say that Friday night told us that Leicester City are a serious team in this division. And yeah, I expect them to go on and win the league still. I still expect them to get a very high number of points. And yeah, that's all I can really say on the matter. But again, guys, don't take this as me being negative. Please don't, because I'm really not. I'm absolutely buzzing and high on life at the minute supporting this football club. Friday night was one of the best nights ever in terms of a night at Ellen Road that I've ever experienced. Atmosphere-wise, it was absolutely on point. You'll only be able to know what I mean if you were there as well. But yeah, I expect Leeds United to go up, but I do think it'll be in second place. But again, that is not a negative. The main goal is just to get back to the Premier League. And like I said earlier, if that means we go up in second, then so be it. I really hope that you've all enjoyed this video this evening, guys. If you have done, please make sure that you are smashing a like on the video. It really does help get the video out there to more people. Please subscribe if you are brand new and help me reach 3K as soon as possible. Hit the notification bell and, of course, get all your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. Do you think Leeds United can win the league? And are you a little bit more positive than me on that matter? And I will be back tomorrow night on the channel with my match preview ahead of the Chelsea game in the FA Cup on Wednesday. So plenty of content over the next few days. Obviously, the preview tomorrow. I might do a combined 11 for the Chelsea game as a bit of fun on Tuesday night. And then obviously there'll be a live watch along for the Chelsea game in the Cup on Wednesday as well. So keep it locked at Chatting Leeds. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I will see you in a bit. Cheers.